Good Friday afternoon, everyone. This is the fourth episode of Blue.Green.Fusion on public transportation, and it's featuring Gunnar Olson from Des Moines Area Rapid Transit, or as we know it, DART, here in the Des Moines area. He's the public information officer for DART, and he's not here in the studio at the moment. He's pretty much going to be joining us in about 15 minutes. Being the public information officer, he's on call, and so when there's late breaking news, as there was this morning, he's got to toe the line and be there right out in front. And so apparently my understanding is that DART received $10 million grant to complete a new transit hub that's much needed here in the Des Moines area. And so Gunnar will be in later, hopefully, to tell us more about that, because, of course, we love good news to share, and that definitely sounds like something that's just right on target for what Des Moines needs. So in general, he's going to be talking about public transportation in general, and then Des Moines in particular. If you do have any comments in the meantime that you'd like to line up for either me or Gunnar, definitely use the chat function. You can go to my website. Two ways you can get there. You can go to my website, which is www.mcqueenpress.com, and look for Blue.Green.Fusion links and follow those. Or you can go directly to DesMoinesAmplify.com and then click the link there and leave your comment or your suggestion or your question for me or for Gunnar. And then I'll read that out on the air. We'll try to get that addressed either during the show or at the end of the show. So what I've discovered is that Des Moines is a mid-sized town. Some people, depending on where they are in the U.S., consider it a small town. But what I've learned this week is that there's quite a lot going on here. There's elections, there's association meetings, there's council meetings. For instance, we had the World Food Prize that met here this past couple of weeks, and the laureates that were chosen from that were featured. And this is dealing with the Borlaug Prize, with raising food awareness throughout the world. And so we had a lot of visitors from all around the world that came to share their own information on sustainable agriculture and food and things like that. That was during this week. We even had a World Food Festival in the East Village of the downtown area, which was very, very well attended. Plus, we had great weather, too, and that always helps for functions like these. It shows Des Moines in the best light. And then we also had the not the Economic Council, but the Iowa Environmental Council that met today for most of today. I was not able to attend, but it did feature Bill McKibben and Joan Nassauer, who are very active in writing about the environment, and then also creating film about the environment too. And so, like myself, I feel if you can't reach people one way, you can reach them another, and those that are multi-talented and can do that, it's a wonderful thing, and it's a wonderful way to share information, and so that was today as well. So, lots going on, and then we even have elections coming up in 2.5 weeks, November 2nd, and so lots of people talking about lots of different things, including myself. Speaking of myself, I do have some news. It turns out that Solara's Sun was reviewed twice. 2 people reviewed my book, and those reviews are available on my website. And I'll try to pull my website up. Well, anyway, my website is www.mcqueenpress.com, and you can see those reviews there. You can also see how to purchase on Amazon, and then information about Blue.Green.Fusion, of course, and then the book signing that I have coming up, and that's going to be next Tuesday at 4:30 at Plain Talk Books, and that's at 6th and Grand. So just down the street from the Capitol is where that's going to be, and I'm very excited. We do, and you can also see the schedule for upcoming Blue.Green.Fusion shows, and so I won't read it out to you, but you can take your time and visit. And let's see, I think I'll just go ahead and get started. As I said, there's been a lot going on in Des Moines in terms of policy. For instance, let's see if I can get this on the camera. Move this keyboard over. This is taken from the Des Moines Register. This is from Sunday's Des Moines Register. That's October 12th, and we're looking at the issue titled On the Mark. And let's see, it says, Wellmark CEO John Forsyth helped incorporate health and environmental fitness goals when building a new headquarters in Des Moines. And the 5-story, 650,000 square foot office building is the most ever constructed in Des Moines, and its curved glass face will make it one of Iowa's most distinctive. And I'll show that to you again. It's pretty neat. I've passed by it a couple of times because it's near the library, and that's the curved glass right there. And there's more built to this side of it and then to the right side of it too. It's a pretty neat structure, and it looks like people are already moving in. The building and an adjacent parking garage are in a premier location between 11th and 14th Streets on Grand Avenue, overlooking the downtown library and the John and Mary Papa John Sculpture Park. And it does go on to say that Wellmark made efforts to build it as sustainable, which we like here at Blue.Green.Fusion. There is also technology to limit unnecessary use of energy and water. In fact, HOK architect William Valentine, who designed the building, expects it to be the first office building in Iowa to receive a Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design Platinum rating by the U.S. Green Building Council. We're proud of you. The structure's features are created with green certification in mind. They're reusing rainwater. They're providing efficient airflow, reusable space where they can move furnishings around and movable walls around. The floors, walls, and ceiling are made from a variety of recycled and locally produced building materials. The building has large windows that allow natural light into the interior workspaces. And for transportation, which is very relevant today, Wellmark provides free bus passes to employees, encourages workers to ride bicycles to work, and will provide special parking places at the new building for carpool drivers and for workers who drive hybrid and other energy-efficient vehicles. I think that's great. I support that. It's wonderful, and I hope more new construction occurs that way. We're all for jobs and for building within the city limits and increasing our tax base, but also for providing jobs and opportunities for training and apprenticeships too. So thank you very much, Wellmark. Good on you. This is another article that comes from the Tuesday, October 12th, Des Moines Register. Speaking of jobs, unemployed workers find old jobs are now requiring additional skills. Let's see what that's all about. The job crisis has brought an unwelcome discovery for many unemployed Americans. And this is an Associated Press article. Job openings in their old field exist, yet they no longer qualify for them. They are running into a trend that took root during the recession. Companies became more productive by doing more with fewer workers. Some asked staffers to take on a broader array of duties that used to be spread among multiple jobs. Now someone who hopes to get those jobs must meet new requirements.